Wrap up. I'm Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, you get the series sweep over the Pioneers for the first time since 2001-2002, and arguably your best defensive performance of the season just in terms of points allowed with 43. What'd you do to absolutely harangue and harass the Pioneers all night long, shooting just 31% from the field?
Well, we knew that they were more of an inside-oriented team than outside. And we want to make sure that we really tried to take away the inside, the things that they really did best. And we were able to do some of that. And then, they really struggled making shots tonight. Now, some of that is the fact that our guys were intense. Our guys did a good job closing out, contested shots and so forth. But they normally would shoot it better than that. But obviously, I'm proud of our guys' defensive effort, intensity, and the numbers. I mean, the numbers, 43 points, 31% from the field, 16 from the three. Those are pretty solid.
All season lows.
Wow, okay.
For your defense. Yeah. You hold Keith Jumper, who was an absolute force to be reckoned with in the first game, had 20 and 11 in the first meeting. 2 points, 1 rebound, and his points come from the foul line. He's 0 for 4 from the field. How do you make that drastic of a turn to turn what was a double-double guy into a non-factor in 23 minutes?
Well, I think this is the second excuse me, this is the second team we've played second time around. And our guys, I think, are learning more about what our scouting process is. And so they knew that Keith Jumper was a potential major threat. And I thought they did a good job of paying attention to the scouting report. We got multiple bodies in front of him to limit his drives. And then he's a freshman. I mean, he's a freshman. This is a long season. He gets people's best defensive shot most nights. And maybe, the cumulative effect of that's wore him down a little bit.
Some interesting things happening in the SAC. We'll take a quick look at the Hardy SAC scoreboard while you're here. Wingate picks up a 69-57 victory over Lenoir-Rhyne. And in overtime, Newberry and Anderson are deadlocked in the first minute of overtime, 68-68. How much do you have to put that stuff on the back burner with, really, if you factor in Newberry, you've got 6 teams who can compete for a SAC championship pretty easily, especially when it gets down to Hickory.
We don't even talk about it. We talk nothing about anything but our next opponent. We talk nothing about anything other than our processes. We don't talk about winning and losing. We talk about the road to winning and losing and what you got to do on that road. And that goes back to execution, competing, being unified. And so that stuff with our guys, if they're paying attention to it, I'm unaware of it.
You break down your team's performance and every player scores. I believe, I'll have to check myself on this, it's just the second time this season where you've had everybody who has played has scored at least 1 point. But the freshmen, again, do a boatload of work, and Carson Brooks with some spectacular dunks. How are you getting players open on the back door for some uncontested slams, especially in the first half?
Some of those came out of scramble situations, but we really emphasize what is just universal good offensive, sound offensive. I'm losing my mind, Adam. I'm getting hungry. It's late, and I'm losing my mind. Just basketball theory. Good spacing, player movement, ball movement allows for scramble situation and allows you to put extra pressure on the rim. And our guys are more and more understanding those concepts.
You know what I think the issue is, Chuck?
What's that?
You didn't wear the black turtleneck tonight.
You know what? I probably lost 12 pounds of water weight Saturday at Wingate. I almost sweated myself into a coma. I decided I would tame that a little bit and go with a nice, lightweight, white button-up. Good move. But now I got to go home tonight and fill up the pizza tank. So that's next move.
One more serious question before I let you go. Ish Sanders, who had 2 straight games scoring single digits, gets back on the right track tonight. 18 points, 7 of 13 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3. What was he doing to put your offense in motion? Stuff the stat sheet. 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals as well. 6 assists a season high.
Well, of course, in the last game, he wasn't even going to play till it was more or less a game-time decision. So he went out there, he took a shot, was a big shot, as you remember, a 3 at the top of the key, made it, but he didn't force anything in that game, really wasn't feeling up to par. Today, he got some opportunities and he capitalized. I was happy for Ish. Ish is becoming such a mature player that he really is more interested in how we're executing. Are we getting our scouting report, and is that leading us to that win that we want? So I'm glad to see his maturity, but I'm also happy to know that he's still a guy that can score points in droves, and he was able to put some points on the board for us tonight.
Chuck, pleasure as always. Congrats on the 73-43 win, and good luck filling up the pizza tank tonight.
Great. Thanks, Al.
Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. When we return with CN Wrap-Up, we'll check in with Jared Johnson, who had 14 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals. That heads your way after this on the Coca-Cola Eagles Sports Network.